Hello, hello, it's Pisces reading for the month of August. Hope you all are doing well. Shuffle the cards a few times. What are the messages for Pisces? What does Pisces need to hear to help them get through this month of August? Three more shuffles. Alright, Pisces, first card out is the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like you've been waiting on something. Possibly you're in that transition period of receiving something, whether it's, within yourself, stability for yourself, but also too, I'm feeling with the Seven of Pentacles that has to do with a completion of something. Maybe a completion to start something or finish something, or you're in the process of completing something. And then next card is the Five of Cups. So I feel like you're trying to get over the loss of something. Maybe you lost something when it comes to your finances, when it comes to something within yourself you lost. Maybe you don't feel like you have just enough. But also too, this card is about grieving. But I'm feeling it's a grieving of loss of something. Maybe that you've been waiting on, putting the energy in, that something is not completing in itself. And then you have the King of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, because this is an earth sign type of card, or just within yourself. I feel like stability, and I feel like you're trying to get stable, you're trying to get grounded with whatever you're trying to work on, but for whatever reason it's not completing maybe as fast as you want it. Maybe there's something you've been waiting on for some time, and just things aren't going as fast. But I just feel like sooner or later they will turn out the way that you feel like they should. But then you have the Chariot card, so you could be dealing with a Cancer. Also too, is about your direction. So maybe in some way this card is indicating you need to change your direction with something when it comes to what you really want to get out of a situation. Whether it's stabilizing a situation within yourself, whether it's when it comes to these losses. Maybe you gained something, but you also lost something when it comes to, exactly what is the right direction you need to take when it comes to, your stability, when it comes to having everything in a situation. Then your next card is Temperance. So I feel like this is a card of patience. It's also a card of healing. So there could be some unfinished things that you're trying to still heal and trying to process. I feel like also too, you've learned a lot of life lessons, I feel like, with this card. Also a card of Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. But also too, I feel like with Temperance, it's about slowing down and reflecting on everything you have. Whether that's slowing down on taking care of yourself, healing yourself. Maybe you've put a lot of work in yourself when it comes to healing. I feel like a lot of you've been like isolated for so long, and now you're starting to come out of all. Kind of like amnesia or something, I'm feeling. But I feel like when it comes to these pentacles and these cups, there's still something lost here. Like maybe you have everything you need, but in some point there's something lacking. I'm feeling like you have something, like maybe everything you've been needing, but something's lacking. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, a career, something within that, I feel like you're lacking. So with the Strength card here, I feel like has to do with feeling drained, feeling no energy into something. Maybe this is past related, like you've been putting a lot of time and effort or trying to possibly release something from the past that's got you really drained. You could also be dealing with a Leo or have this in your placement, but I think it's about, releasing these burdens that drag you down, something that depletes your energy. And it could be something past that you've had to let go and realize that everything you are putting into something, you didn't get what you needed for the situation. And I feel like with the Temperance card, it's just right by the Chariot card, it's about, you know, being patient, not being too hasty for things to come in the way that you would like them, especially with the Strength card, holding in your energies so you can, maybe this is about taking time out for yourself, rejuvenating, doing something that you can regain that energy. And maybe you learned too in a situation in the past when it comes to the direction that you want to move things forward, that it wasn't going fast as you wanted. But I just feel like you have to just keep at it, keep persevering. And then you have the Eight of Swords. So this is about entrapment. This is about maybe isolating yourself, maybe getting out of that, and maybe actually getting out more. Because maybe this is something that you've had to be in for so long. Maybe stuck in your head about something that got you drained, got you depleted. Maybe you didn't have your voice on something, or you didn't have the power, the means to control a situation that you wanted, or in some way like that. And I feel like you're having to release that when it comes to, where you're putting your energy in. Especially if it's something that you've been trying to, regain balance in the situation, and it's not coming in as fast as you want. And then the Two of Wands. So that's about, forward movement, strategizing, planning. And I feel like with in reverse, you're in this waiting period. And I think some of you are getting tired of waiting, especially when it comes to, maybe something that you've been trying to move towards, whether it's a goal, ambition, or something that has to do with your stability within a situation. And it's like you're having to wait still. Let's see if we can get some clarifies. To clarify the situation, then you have the Queen of Wands that came out. So this is about taking your power back. And I feel like a lot of you've been learning that it's been a lesson over and over that's been repeated, is your value and your self-worth, and knowing that when are you willing to draw the line, especially when it comes to, when people cross you, when people maybe manipulate you, or maybe when it comes to, future plans or future ideas, having enough courage to speak on those things that you want in the future, or trying to plan and strategize and how to get out of something that maybe is draining you. Or you had to do that in the past. I feel like for a lot of you, you had to remove yourself from something that was draining your energy. And I feel like you're learning that through all this. Or you're still having to learn that, where's your time being invested? And maybe it's about investments, something about investments, like you want things to move forward when it comes to your stability, or you have enough, but it's like some areas of your life you don't have this other thing, whether it's a relationship, whether it's just everything you need to get you going, moving forward. Like maybe you're working on a new project, or new kind of way of doing things, like when it comes to maybe a business or something, and you're trying to strategize, coming up with a plan, but you're having to wait it out. And then the Hangman. So I feel like this is not a bad card. It's an indication that you may need to change your perspective on something or a situation that you're going through. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've been stuck maybe in this Eight of Swords, feeling stuck, feeling stagnant, not knowing which direction you want to take. But I feel like it's also the Hangman. I'm feeling it's your self-awareness of yourself. And I think some of you have been so isolated for so long, so you can know how to strategize better. That's what I'm feeling. Like you maybe deliberately, maybe you had no control of something and you had to isolate yourself, or you were forced in that situation where you had to do a lot of inner work, inner healing to let go of a lot of things that maybe in the past you were struggling with, and you're starting to, come into your own. And this could also be a positive thing where, your perception is changing when it comes to past situations, past relationships, past, maybe things about yourself, not letting yourself be counted a fool or something. That's what I'm getting. Let's see if we can get one more too. Okay, so 2. So it's about moving forward and heartbreak. So you could be hesitant about moving forward on something when you're still maybe holding on to a heartbreak in the past. And I feel like, you're never done healing completely. And I've heard that term. People says, healing people don't hurt other people, or healing people don't do this, or whatever. Something to that effect. I feel like you'll never be over completely of a heartbreak, I'm feeling. But the 3 of Wands, I feel like in your own way, I feel like you're learning to release this heartbreak of whatever you're dealing with in your situation. Learning how to move away from something that kept you stuck, something that broke your self-esteem maybe, and how you wanted to move. Maybe you couldn't move forward because there was other things in the way, or maybe what people said, or just something preventing you to move forward. And I feel like you're starting to do that in the month of August. Anyways, I hope that resonates with one of you. Bye-bye.